9 miles from downtown Manhattan as EA Sports brings you to MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford. A few minutes ago, the hometown Jets were introduced to this sellout crowd, and it's a roar that could be heard across the river in Manhattan. They're set to go as their Jets will match up with the San Francisco 49ers. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line.
Outside. 54, right there. 54, Mike. Army. Check. Check hot route. Hot.
Now a carry for the former Michigan State man, Le'Veon Bell. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28.
Red 80. Check 3. Lady. Deuce.
Out of the shotgun, it's Bell. Bell a first down and then some. And shedding the tackle and now some room. Le'Veon Bell. Kiss him goodbye. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Le'Veon Bell, 72 yards. And the Jets have taken a first-quarter lead. Here's Chandler Catanzaro for the extra point. He's got it, and the Jets lead at 7-0. Now Catanzaro after the touchdown to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20.
Here we go, here we go.
Garoppolo going to bring the Niners up here 1st and 10 at the 20.
11, 11, 11, 11.
Working from the gun, Garoppolo. The first catch of the game for George Kittle. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a first down.
Here we go, here we go.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll run for the first time with Tevin Coleman. Looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. That time on the outside, pretty nice job as a cornerback to shed any would-be blockers and make the tackle.
And think about the praise we're giving him, what his coaches are giving him, but how about the respect he gets from his teammates to be a complete corner who doesn't just cover receivers, but also tackles ball carriers.
Black 80! 54! Rip right, rip right!
Play fake there to Coleman. Now Garoppolo. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Trumaine Johnson. And his guys will take over at their own 44-yard line.
Well, they didn't exactly show patience there, did they? Just down a score, they come out firing right away and compound things by throwing an interception. They put their defense in a really tough spot.
New York set to take the field. They'll be looking to duplicate the efforts of drive number 1 that resulted in 7 points in the 7-zip lead.
Well, you know how much I enjoy horse racing, right? Looks like they caught a flyer out of the gate, as they would say when you're running the big-time races. Means they get out to a fast start. They're setting the pace, making the other team chase now.
Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first.
Right there. 54, right there, right there. 54, Mike. Check, 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 check. Here we go, here we go. Take
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, we saw them there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Mike outside. Mike 5-4. Mike 5-4. I got it.
Darnold off the play fake to Bell. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Quan Alexander. There he goes left side. And into the end zone. A pick 6 for the 49er D as they score the touchdown. Short throw pick 6 right there. Those linebackers, they love when those short throws come and those eyes get real wide, don't they?
How about the anticipation on the play? Reading, reacting, and then the ability to catch the football and take it in the opposite direction.
Gold able to tack on the extra point, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been had he simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The New York set to take the field. And following the pick 6, and they have decent field position in throwing that pick 6. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told him, and they told us, they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Hey, 4 down.
Darnold from the gun. That's caught right side by Anderson. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Jet first down. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Out of the shotgun, here's Darnold. And a diving grab. I think he got that, yes. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another first down. It will.
Well, partner, when you ask anyone other than your QB to throw the ball, you must have a lot of confidence, or you think you're really going to fake them out, and it looks like they did exactly that.
Yeah, going deep in the playbook, and a great grab on the other end. On first down, Darnold. This one caught by Crowder. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
They had the catch on second down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at third down here. These two teams all tied after one. Second quarter now from MetLife Stadium. The Jets with the football here. They're on the march, but facing a third down here.
We're going to start. 56. Go your jump. Yeah, lady. 10. Under 10. 10.
To the air again, Darnold. Out left to Anderson. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36.
Now that was well defended, and as a cornerback, what you're taught when you see a wide receiver screen, either you get underneath the play before the blocking forms, or you're going to have to fight your way through it by getting through some blocking. That was a really nice play there.
These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration, now seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
And San Francisco gets set to go here. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here.
Right, here we go.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll run with Coleman on first down. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up second down. Plays like we just saw there. That's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out, because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game, and that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage.
Let's go. Six. Check. Hey, alert. You 21. You got that right there. Rush it.
On second down, it's Coleman. He'll get 2 yards back, but it's going to leave him with a long 3rd and 13.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
One, Omaha. Hey, I-7. Check.
On 3rd and long, it's Garoppolo. Open man is Taylor. He's got it. His first catch, and it's a pretty big one. They get the conversion on 3rd down.
I'd have to say that whenever you see a good post route run, they do not like to let it end without the catch. Hence, that great diving play.
Yeah, lay it up there, let him go get it, and he got it.
Here we go. Like 20. Keep it up, defense. Keep it up, guys.
From midfield, here's Garoppolo. And he hits his running back, Tevin Coleman. And he's got this to the 30 before being taken down. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. Seems as if the passing attack's starting to heat up a little bit here in the second quarter.
You can sense and you can see the momentum, because now they're reading their patterns downfield, they're understanding the coverages, and they're finding the open holes in the defense.
A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up, because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Single. I got 15.
A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. Complete to the tight end, Kittle, over the middle of the field. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. Give him 14 on that one and a first down. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Inside the red zone, it's Garoppolo. That is caught by the tight end, Kittle. Touchdown, 49ers. A 15-yard touchdown grab. And once again, the 49ers are back out in front. Bouncing back nicely from that bad opening drive where he threw the interception. Drive number 2 leads him right down the field and into the end zone.
So obviously his confidence was never lost, and that's a good thing to see. Great quality to have, and you absolutely must maintain that as a quarterback. But I have to think that they're probably still on the script that they prepared for this game. Just the second drive. They've worked on these plays all week in practice. Put them to good use on that one.
After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25. New York set to take the field. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted, and we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. Coming up at halftime in a little less than 2 minutes, we'll send you to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman is standing by. He'll have highlights and analysis of this first half.
Yo, 80. 56 is the mic. 56 is the mic. Watch the slant. Watch the slant.
And that'll set him back 5.
Here goes Hunt. 56. Mike's 56. Watch the pass.
On second down, Darnold. Crowder's got it over the middle. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. They'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for third down.
Slant route's effective no matter who's running the route and catching the ball. But when you have a receiver of that stature, you have to be a little bit more precise throwing it. You don't have the same catch radius with the bigger targets.
56. Check 56. Watch the run. Watch the catch.
They'll try and run for it with Bell. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. A gain of 4 that time as the drive continues. You talked about the need for them to establish the run early. They've been able to do that here in the first half.
And that means that the whole offense has adopted that attitude and that persona. We're going to take care of this young quarterback. Let's all get together and run it and take the pressure off.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. And they'll keep it on the ground with Bell. Fights him off. Getting this just shy of midfield. They'll spot it at the 49. Give him 12 yards there, and the Jets have a first.
I know every time we watch Le'Veon Bell play, we think about him making people miss the hesitation move. But you remember, he came out of Michigan State as a bruiser and a thumper, and he still has those capabilities.
At 225 pounds, an underrated part of his game. 2 first downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10.
54's Mike. 54's Mike. Check, watch 54, watch 56.
Now Darnold. A screen to Bell. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down. This will probably be the last play of the quarter. You want the third quarter already? No problem. Let's do it. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth ready for quarter number 3. It's the 49ers out in front, and they will get the football first as well as we are back and started in the second half. That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20.
Here we go.
Garoppolo going to bring the Niners up here 1st and 10 at their own 18.
Right there, 54.
Garoppolo looks to throw. And Garrett Selleck here on the completion. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
That's tough to play zone defense when they can just curl up right there in front of you.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, we talk about finding the soft spot. Defensively, how do you make sure they don't find the soft spot like they did there?
Tough to do because what they normally will do is run routes that'll pull you out of that spot that they want to get into. That's what we call not taking the cheese, right? Don't go for the mousetrap. But it's hard to do because when you see a guy cutting in that direction, you tend to go towards him.
That'll wind up going for a loss of 4. And that'll lead here to a 3rd down.
Here we go. 180! Walk 54. Record.
From the gun, it's Garoppolo. Throw taken in by Taylor, left side. He got 18 yards out of that one, and it gets him a new set of downs.
A gain of 18 on the play. First down, 49ers.
Here we go.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
21. Here we go.
Garoppolo. And he'll lay out and pull it in. What a diving catch there. Call that a very strong gain of 24.
When you're a player of his stature, you don't just circle the games on your team's calendar.
You circle the Pro Bowl?
Without a doubt. That's a game that you just figure you're going to be in each and every year. And it's because of catches like that. That's why he goes.
To throw, it's Garoppolo. Over the middle, the catch by Coleman. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another 1st down. Garoppolo in the offense with a 1st and 10. And he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive. Play action, Garoppolo. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And the Jets have recovered. Well, he did what he's known for. He made the catch, then he turned into a runner, took the contact, and coughed it up.
And all I remember as a player, when they catch the ball, when those acrobatic guys catch it, you have to make them pay sometimes. You have to put it on them. Big tackle, knock the ball free. Anything you can do to slow them down.
They'll start the drive with a carry by Bell. Showed some flash on the run, but he will be brought down shy of his 10. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
And that run, that changes the whole mentality about the drive right there. They were starting on their own 2-yard line. They just wanted enough space to punt the football successfully. Now they're talking about putting together a drive.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4.
It's been a long day for you. Young lady, 56 to Mike.
Play action, it's Darnold. And he finds a man on a crossing route. 15 yards on the play, 1st down.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route.
6 man. Check curl. Mike, check. 59. Watch the curl. Mike's 59. Check.
Darnold on 1st down. Pass incomplete. Got out of the pocket. Didn't look like he had anybody open, Charles, so just gets rid of it.
And a good play by him. If no one's open and you don't have a running lane that you want to take, make the right choice. Get rid of it. Live to fight another down.
From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10.
54. Pick me up. Here we go. Watch out.
The give is to Bell. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 22 yards there, a 1st down.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
Now after the run by Bell, here's another first and 10.
I'm going to come back to you. Back to you.
To throw is Darnold. Open is Powell. That's complete. And a gain of 4 gets him right to the midfield stripe.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Four yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6.
Right there, 54, right there, right there. Go! Check pass, check pass.
From the 50, it's Darnold. Now the Niners get there and bring him down. D. Ford, credit him with a sack as he buries him for a loss of 10.
Enough takes a start to have a good drive, quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
Darnold and the Jets come up 3rd and long following the sack.
56 to Mike, boys, 56. Check 56. You better be a touchdown.
3rd and long, it's Darnold. Airing one out for Crowder. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Anton Exum. And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line.
At their own 24-yard line.
Here we go.
Garoppolo going to bring the Niners up here 1st and 10 at their own 24. So after the INT, it's Garoppolo. He's going to loft one deep left side here. This is caught inside the 15. Touchdown, 49ers. Marquise Goodwin, 76 yards. And the 49ers add on to their lead.
Well, this is exactly where I expect teams to take a shot. Right after a turnover, you count on the defense being a little bit jumbled coming out on the field, maybe catch them back on their heels, and that's exactly what they did there. They threw it downfield and really created a big play.
You said jumbled. They were the definition of jumbled defensively. One play and into the end zone. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. He'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Here we go, set. Mike, 54 is Mike. Check, watch 54, watch 54. Hey, come on out here. Come get some.
Try to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. 2nd down.
Anytime a defense can sit back in a zone like that, it tends to create a lot of congestion in the middle of the field. Makes it very hard to slot one in.
Looked like I-4 at rush hour in your hometown of Orlando, Florida. An absolute mess. On 2nd and 10, Darnold, and his throw's going to be incomplete. He was trying to find his tight end, Chris Herndon, but now it'll be 3rd down.
The man's getting a little loose with the football there, right? Interception before, almost had one here. He's got to start taking better care of it.
Yeah, really should have been back-to-back drives with interceptions. He's lucky there. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
And the blitz does come. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off near the 32. And they will score. It's a 49er touchdown.
Every now and then, those guys can get lost in coverage. Quarterback didn't see him, perhaps. But, boy, what a pick. And how about the run back?
Gould to add the extra point. And that'll make this a 3-score game as the lead moves to 17. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he will be taken down here on the return on what will wind up being the final play of this third quarter. Back now here on EA Sports. It's Jet football, but they trail here as we start the fourth quarter. Darnold going to lead the Jets up now, 1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line. Fresh off the pick six, it's Darnold. He's going to lead this for his running back. It's complete. And he's taken down. It's a gain of 3 from the 17 to the 20. Call it a gain of 3, and it'll bring up a second down.
At the 20-yard line.
Here we go, son.
Check Mike 54. Mike 54.
Ready?
Check tight.
Back to throw, Darnold. Caught here by Bell. A beautiful spin and room to run. Bell sheds him off. And oh, so close as he takes it all the way to the 2-yard line. A big play there on the catch and run. 78 yards.
First and goal at the 2-yard line.
They come out here in the eye. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game.
Switch it. Come on, switch it. Bang, bang.
They'll try and run it in with Bell. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It'll be a loss of 1, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
2nd and goal at the 49ers 3-yard line.
Inside.
59 Mike. Check 59.
I hope you brought your lunch because I'm about to take you to school. Ready?
Check 50.
They'll try again with Bell. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down. They've been stuffed twice here for losses. Now it's 3rd and goal. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. They've been stuffed twice here for losses. Now it's 3rd and goal. A shotgun snap for Darnold. Back of the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete. So now 4th and goal. You're trailing by a decent amount here. What are you doing, Coach Davis?
Well, I've got to think to myself, just how many more opportunities am I going to have this close and have this chance? I've got to go for it right here. The clock's dwindling on me. Let's go get it done.
A field goal does you no good, so they're going to stay out there and go for it on 4th.
Tighten up.
Young lady.
They'll run it with Bell, and he'll be brought down at about the 4. He didn't get in, nowhere close. They'll get neither the touchdown nor the first down, and it'll be a turnover on downs.
Here we go. 180.
54. Mike 54.
Here we go. Let's bring it.
They begin the drive with Coleman. Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. 2nd down. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10.
Hey, tight. Mike 54. Mike 54. Watch around.
Working from the gun, Garoppolo. A 50-50 ball here, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Tremaine Johnson. And it's a touchdown for the Jets. This game's still fairly well in hand, but I think now you go conservative, don't you? Go into your shell and just run the football?
I think you have to, but you also have to tell your backs, make sure you're really protecting the football because you're going to run into a stacked defensive front, which is why they were throwing the football before, trying to make sure they just get their backs, really beat up in that situation. Now, good luck to them.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. That's fielded in the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. Garoppolo going to bring the Niners up here 1st and 10 at their own 21. Now Garoppolo to try again after the pick six. Deep ball for Goodwin. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off at the 18. And he's going to get this one to the 23-yard line. Two-score game here in the fourth, and that pick, it kind of keeps the door ajar, doesn't it?
It does, and you wonder about their strategy because with a two-score lead, you would think maybe you're just sitting on and trying to drain some clock.
And down he goes. The 49ers get there. Credit the sack to the Oregon Duck, DeForest Buckner. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Darnold, he's going to air one out for Anderson. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, but they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. The Jets on 3rd down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 17. Out of the shotgun, here's Darnold. Looking deep downfield. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man-on-man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
Here's Lachlan Edwards now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Taylor now returning it. Down under 2 minutes to go in this football game. So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. And the scoreboard on their side, they're just looking to melt away these final couple of minutes and put this one in the left-hand column. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3. The linebacker, C.J. Mosley, in on the stop. This defense starting to buckle down when they need to, and right now they're winning this 4th quarter, losing the game, but they're winning in the 4th quarter.
And what a fine line it is about what they're trying to get done because they're down, so they obviously need the football, need a score, but they can't be so aggressive as to give up their edge, their gaps, and have the offense hit them with a big play.
And across the chalk, into the end zone, it's a 49er touchdown. Tevin Coleman, 60 yards, and the 49ers add 6 to their lead. Now Gold for the extra point. And that'll make this a 3-score game as the lead moves to 17.
The score, Niners 34, Jets 17.
After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line.
Outside. 56, Mike, 56. I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you.
A first down throw, Darnold. This one caught by Crowder. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a first down.
As long as you go through your proper reads and progressions, the drag route can be one of those old reliable plays because usually it's good for a good chunk of yardage, as we just saw there.
And those guys like it, right? They can get the ball with a full head of steam.
Especially against man coverage, because man coverage, they're typically running away from someone and not worried about traffic coming out on the other end.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10.
You ain't going nowhere. Red 80.
Here's Darnold. And the Niners get there and bring him down. DeForest Buckner picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. And they weren't in zone coverage. They were in man, and each man did his job.
And that looked like vintage, old-school coverage, didn't it? Man coverage reminded me of an old Raiders team. They had a Hall of Famer at one corner and a Defensive Player of the Year at the other, and they just locked people down.
From the gun on 3rd down, here's Darnold. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. It's the former Seahawk, Richard Sherman.
Here we go. 180. 54. Mike, 54. Hey.
And the drive starts with a handoff to Coleman. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Touchdown, 49ers. Tevin Coleman. His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the 49ers add on to their lead. I tell you, Charles, you play to the final whistle, I get that. But there are a few folks that might not be too happy with that score late in the game with it already well in hand.
You seem a little squeamish about that last score.
I struggle with it. I struggle. But on the other, the argument, I get it, on the other side is, hey, do something about it. Stop them.
I guarantee you, I know who was really excited. Fantasy owners who had them. Hey, listen, getting the points for me. They're not worried about hurt feelings or anything like that. That's just new age stuff.
After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. An incredibly short kick fielded way up there. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
That'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our hardworking crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, find us on Twitter at EA Madden NFL. So long, everybody.
Ladies and gentlemen. Ladies and gentlemen. Are you ready? Are you ready? Get ready, dog. This be the green light, go. Tires burn the pavement. People want to know where Mace, Potts, and Dave went. Still here, still in your ear with a style so hot, you'll see where all the sun rays went. Legs, arms, and head, all being moved in a frenzy. The blends be all the right cred, meaning credentials. Best of both worlds when we rockin' over pearls in the instrumental. Are you ready? Ready. Set. Jump to the rhythm as hard as you can go. Keep it steady. To the letter rock. Turn it up. We giving the show. But can you rock it like rocket fuel? What you talking about? Space it out your mind. But can you rock it like rockets, fool? That's a close encounter of what kind? Gentlemen. When it was time to get it lit, we got it hot like fever. Sick with the talk, passing your receiver. All about running the spot. And you know we got breath control, so no need to take a breather. Cardio kingpin. Subjugate the dub play. And you know we can't wait to bring spins. A-star quizzes, A+ the final. Vocals we align, we'll move it all simultaneously over joints we rock. We earn 30 years, so you can say we got 3 turns. Live off the board, unlike you and your chess men. We install doubt in you and your yes men. And if the game had veins, we'll insert upheaval the ground. Cause the adrenaline we blend with the sound is our thing. Relieving the kings of all crowns. So are you ready? Are you set? Then jump to the rhythm as hard as you can go. Keep it steady. To the letter, right? Turn it up.
The NFL is on EA Sports, and we're at Raymond James Stadium in Tampa, Florida. Just a short time ago, the Buccaneers emerging from their tunnel to the roar of this frenzied crowd here in the Sunshine State. And we're in the big ship, and fittingly, everyone here ready to do battle as Tampa Bay gets ready to match up with the New York Jets. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24. Four-yard line. Now here's a timeout defensively. Defensive timeout called by the Jets. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Ready. Blue ready. Check. Flip. 54. Let's go, D. Mike's 54.
On 1st and 10, Winston. Out to the left there and complete to Howard. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30.
What we got?
Now the first carry for Ronald Jones. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
Ready? 525. 54, Mike. 5 on the 50. 5 on the 50. Let me go.
Working out of the gun, Winston. Throw right side, taken in by Godwin. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down.
Well, we hear so often how tackling has become almost a lost art in the NFL game, but it's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially in a play like this one. 3rd down, they gave him the underneath stuff. You got to go and make the tackle right away.
Okay, look at this. The punt team nowhere to be found. They're on the sidelines. Offense going to go for this on the opening drive. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off right around the 43. And now off to the races down the right side. And it's a touchdown for the Jets. So they go on 4th down. Not only do they not get it, it turns into 6 points the other way. Disastrous.
And many people think you should just go ahead and knock it down in that situation. Turn it over for the offense. But I had a defensive coordinator recently tell me, we see that as a passive play. We don't do that anymore. We want the ball in our hands, and we want to head the other way.
It's probably also instinct a lot of times. If you see a lot of green grass ahead of you, go ahead and grab it.
It's the exact right play to do. That's knowing when to break the rules and when to make a play that maybe you hadn't been taught.
Extra point up and good by Catanzaro. And it's now a 7-0 game. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. And Tampa Bay trots out there now. Winston and the Bucs take over now, 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They'll start out on the ground with Jones. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. On the stop there defensively, Marcus May with the tackle.
At the 26-yard line.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
50 seconds.
From the shotgun, it's Winston. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line. First quarter, and now he already has 2 interceptions.
Yeah, he's got to guard against being tentative from this point forward, though. He's got to still make the right reads, make the proper throws. I've seen guys in this league throw 4 interceptions in a game and win. He's got to understand, put it behind you, keep pressing forward.
Hey, Mike 20. Ready? Time is Ringo. Time is
After the interception, here's Darnold. Under pressure now, Darnold, and he goes down. Credit the sack to Vita Vea. That's called setting the tone right away.
It certainly is, and it lets you know just how important communication is amongst the offensive line. They talk about it all the time, knowing each other's moves. You've got to be coordinated and in sync. Otherwise, your quarterback gets hit.
So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done.
Let's go. Ready?
Hey, Steve 6. Steve 6.
45. Mike 45. Ricky.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Open man left side. That's the tight end, Herndon. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down.
Let's just break this down and make it pretty simple. Key to the drag route, letting the play develop, finding the hole in the defense, and giving your athlete, yes, athlete, a chance to make something happen once he has the ball in his hands.
The Bucs with an extra defender now in the secondary here on 3rd down. Darnold from the gun. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Carlton Davis picks it, and he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line.
Oh, man, Brandon, not a real good throw that time. It looked like he tried to put a little too much air under this one, and it turned into a floater. And defensively, this is a dream. He could have fair caught that one. That was way too easy.
Winston and the Bucs take over now, 1st and 10 at the 33-yard line. They'll start the drive with a carry by Jones. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Partner, I remember a coaching friend of mine used to tell his running backs before games, make sure you run and jog with your offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking when those big behemoths start to create space for you up front. He did a pretty good job of just following those guys through there for a nice explosive run.
On 2nd and inches, Winston. And a catch right side by Evans. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down. And that's the first connection, the number 1 overall pick in 2015, finding the number 7 pick in 2014 in Evans.
And what a great target Mike Evans is for Jameis Winston. Winston's a pretty accurate thrower, but that catch radius that Evans provides, that makes him that much more dangerous.
Winston now to throw on 1st down. And, Jameis intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off at the 33. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line. So that is 3 interceptions now in this first half. And you hate to ask the question, but let's be honest. We're thinking about it. Do you need to go in a different direction next series?
Potentially. We know that he's probably not going to be on the Pro Bowl ballot. That's not really his stature here. But he has been their starting quarterback for this game. So they've got to weigh things about who's behind him. Do they think he can snap it back into gear?
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Shaquille Barrett put that sack by his name in the stat sheet. You never want to give up a sack. From the O-line's perspective, they hate it for several reasons, especially because they felt like they let little brother down back there in the pocket.
Oh, no doubt. They have a ton of pride, and they go into every job wanting to keep that guy clean. They want that uniform with no grass stains, no dirt, nothing on it, but it's really, really difficult. You're talking about some terrific athletes who are trying to put him on the ground.
After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Here's Darnold. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Griffin. He'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives him a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
And the Bucs with an extra defender in the secondary now on 3rd down. Darnold off the play fake to Bell. And that is incomplete.
How about this offense already feeling good about themselves with a touchdown already in their first drive? They've certainly come out firing, even though that one was incomplete.
With the 7-0 lead, more apt to take a shot like that downfield?
Hey, you're 1 to the good. Go ahead and try and press your advantage.
Now Edwards to kick as he sends it away. Great blocking on the return. It springs him for 25. And the Bucs will get ready to go on offense. Here comes the Tampa Bay offense now heading back out onto the field. Winston and the Bucs take over now, 1st and 10 at the 45.
Let's go.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And time finally runs out. He can't get rid of the football, and he's taken down. Blowing that play up was Henry Anderson. And a play like that, with how far he had to go to make that sack, shows how athletic defensive ends have become in the NFL.
And not just athletic. This is coached in a big way. Run to the football at all times. How about him never giving up on it and pursuing all the way across the field?
After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack.
Right there, 54, right there, 54, Mike. Mike, 5-4.
From the gun, Winston. Oh, the Pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Leonard Williams, the former number 6 overall pick, got the sack that time. Now the Jets going to use the second of their 3 timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. The Jets will bring in a nickel set as they try to stop this third down.
Watch the run, watch the run.
Now Winston. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And that'll be incomplete. Now, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's 4th down. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down.
At their own 16-yard line.
New York set to take the field. And they got themselves a 7-0 lead here, but that, you recall, was a defensive touchdown, so still nothing as of yet for this offense.
Well, they're happy to have the lead. We got to cut them a little bit of slack. It's still early enough, just a couple of drives so far, but if this one goes nowhere, those adjustments that we talk about, they shouldn't wait for halftime. They should go ahead and start working on them right now.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Go. Check nickel, nickel.
From the shotgun, it's a give to Bell. And good yardage as he gets this one up to about the 23.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
What's that? 45. Mike, 45. He's scared.
3rd and 2, Darnold. Pressure from his right, and he goes down hard, flat on his back. William Golston coming in to drop him for a loss of 8, and it also brings up 4th. On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. Fielded at the 33. A 48-yard punt, 7 on the return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. And Tampa Bay trots out there now. Winston and the Bucs take over now, 1st and 10 at the 40. And they try to sweep to Jones. Try to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
2nd and 10. At the 30.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
54. I'm out.
Now Winston. But the Jets pressure too much as down he goes. Leonard Williams, his 2nd sack of the night.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been on constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game.
Mike, 54. Chuck, 54.
3rd and long for Winston. Now he'll let it go deep over the middle. And unable to connect, incomplete. Now give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. Jones on the return. 12 yards on the return that time. And the Jets will take over 1st and 10.
At their own 19-yard line.
New York set to take the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. To throw is Darnold. He's got a man complete. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Robbie Anderson, 81 yards. And the Jets get the quick strike touchdown. And he showcased his blazing speed on that one.
Was he wearing football cleats or track spikes? Because he was gone. Big-time play, and just think about what that does if you're a receiver on the team with him. Well, that's got to open things up for you as well, because if I'm a defense, I've got to get back deeper and deeper in order to keep him in front. But I'm not sure how many can actually keep him in front with that speed.
Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. Here comes the Tampa Bay offense now heading back out onto the field. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board.
Second and 10 at the 23-yard line.
Well, once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10. To throw, Winston. He finds his target. It's Evans. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
Winston on 3rd and 2. Oh, he almost intercepted it. They're just forcing it into too many tough spots. That was almost a 4th pick of the game. And now 4th down. Here's Bradley Pinion now as he's on to punt for Tampa Bay. And how about this, a fake? Oh, and this turns into a mess as it's intercepted. Picked off at the 46.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
The Jets going to go ahead and use their final timeout. And with that, they're now out of timeouts. And still plenty of time remaining here in this 2nd quarter. Darnold going to lead the Jets up now, 1st and 10 at their own 46. They'll start out on the ground with Bell. And he's able to get across midfield and down into Buccaneer territory. 9 yards on the run there, and it will take us to the 2-minute warning. 2 minutes to play, first half. It's 14-0.
Here we go, son.
A reminder, coming up at halftime, Jonathan Coachman will join us from Orlando with our halftime report. Business to take care of before we get there.
A 2-minute drill before the coach's 2-minute drill.
And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. The Jets on third down, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 7. The shotgun snap for Darnold. And he's got a noon one. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a first down.
All that practice time came to fruition on that play. All those timing routes that they work on through training camp, OTAs, mini camp, and just regular season, they got it done on that one. An outcut, ball was delivered, and picked up the completion.
That's it. 54, right there. 54, Mike. Here we go. Lady, here we go.
On first down, it's Darnold. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in. Robbie Anderson, the man he was looking for. And now it's second down.
Check, Mike 54. Mike 54. All day, baby. All day. Shift.
Darnold now to throw. It's brought in by Jamison Crowder. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. 15 yards on the play, first down.
First down.
Watch tight end.
A first down throw, Darnold. Looking for Crowder, and it's intercepted. Vernon Hargraves with a pick, and he will bring this all the way up to the 30-yard line.
Boy, that's the kind of interception that could save a game right there. They're already down 2 scores. Huge play, slowing down what was going against them.
I was thinking the same thing. You get down 3 scores there at this stage, could be in for a long ball game. So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
57.
Following the interception, Winston. He's going to float this one deep right side. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the He'll be taken down. The Jets get in there for the sack. Leonard Williams bringing the pressure yet again. That's his 3rd sack here tonight. Winston needing a big play after the sack as he leads the Bucs up on 3rd and long. Jameis to throw it. He sets up the screen to Jones. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. They do get 10 back, but still a ways to go on 4th.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen, where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
A good return there, call it 13 yards. And there'll be time for maybe one final play before halftime. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends.
I got you, boy. Here we go.
This will be a short gain of 3 before he's brought down at the 22. And now, due to apparent time constraints, we fast forward to the beginning of the second half. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Darnold going to lead the Jets up now, 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Out of the shotgun, here's Darnold. Under pressure now, Darnold, and he goes down. Vita Vea able to drop him that time for his second sack of the evening.
They need to stop to get back into this game, and here's one right to start the third quarter.
Yeah, anytime you go to the lockers with that 2-3 score deficit, you're right. You need that stop, get the football back, and they've done just that.
Series to series, play to play.
After the sack on first down, Darnold, he's going to sling this deep downfield. And for a third time tonight, he's intercepted. Vernon Hargraves with a pick. And he'll get it all the way down inside the 35-yard line. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
It's 2nd and 8 at the 32-yard line.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Watch time.
To throw is Winston. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. That one good for 26 and a first down. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game.
Wait.
Working out of the gun, Winston. That's complete, right around the 8. And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5. Only a yard on the completion. It's 2nd and goal.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
On 2nd down, it's Jones. And he tried to bounce it outside, but they'll stop him behind the line.
So statistically, both of these offenses having a rough time getting a running game going. But, boy, what a nice play there defensively.
Tackling him behind the line, but you're right. You look at the numbers. Neither side looks on track in the ground game. This is 3rd and goal. Still looking for the first points of the game. From the shotgun, it's Winston. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you'd better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
And when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
Still just the third quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on 4th. Here's Winston. And my goodness, this is incomplete. They can't hook up here on the 4th down pass attempt, and the Jets are going to get the football back. They'll try and get the running game going with Bell. And he's up past the 10 to about the 12. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
2nd and 5 now. Darnold, wide open receiver, complete. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. Give him 14 on that one and a first down.
Well, from an offense's perspective, that sure was pretty because the corner route is extremely difficult to defend from my perspective.
What we just saw there, is that sort of the evolution of the tight end position?
Yeah, I think it is because more and more tight ends are being treated like wide receivers. These are some agile players who can make a play in any spot on the field.
2nd and 12 after the first down pass play went backwards for 2 yards.
Check the call.
Now it's Darnold. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down. He couldn't hook up with a Nunwa that time. And that takes us from second to third down.
Check the heart rate. Red 80. Red 80.
Darnold to throw again. And he comes back with one complete. 14 yards is the pickup there and a Jet first down.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
This quarterback now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. Again, Darnold. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked out and incomplete.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10. Now with just 1 second showing on the play clock, we're going to get a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down.
Come on, let's go. Slow. Lady. Check the backer, check the backer. Red 80.
Now off the bootleg, Darnold. He'll buy some time right. The attempt on the dive, and he has it. What a catch. That one a gain of 20 and a first down.
Every guy that plays this game has plenty of people around him that are concerned for his health and well-being. He had no regard for his body on that catch at all, did he?
Middle of the field, diving to grab it? No, he didn't.
Get ready, get ready, get ready.
On first down, Darnold. Flush to his right. And that'll wind up incomplete. Trying to give his man room to run under it, but it's second down. He was looking for Jamison Crowder there, but it'll be second down. So they'll come up after the incompletion for second down.
Don't get nervous.
To the air again, Darnold. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The 305-pound Ndamukong Suh finding the path to the QB there.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Darnold and the Jets come up 3rd and long following the sack.
Let's go, defense.
Third and long, it's Darnold. And he is going to be taken down. And that should be the final play of this third quarter. Vita Vea in there to get him yet again. That is his 3rd sack tonight. They can't figure him out. Here's Lachlan Edwards now as he's on to punt for New York. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. This is fielded inside the 5. They'll call that a 61-yard punt. He got all of that one. And the Bucs are going to take over 1st and 10 deep in their own territory. Winston and the Bucs take over now, 1st and 10 at their own 14-yard line. On play action, Winston. He's going to look deep for Perriman. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off by Tremaine Johnson.
Partner, we always talk about possessions being at a premium in these games, and now in this situation, throwing an interception here when you have to claw your way back in, that one's going to hurt, and in a big way.
I'm going to run you over. I'm going to run you over. The lady.
After the interception, here's Darnold. Gets this one to Le'Veon Bell. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Great way to start the drive. 20 big ones and a 1st down. They have the nice cushion. They just want to pour it on right now, still throwing the football.
And I know my background says, why do you need to do this? Just go ahead and run out the clock and get a win. But as many people pointed out to me, it's a video game, man. Go ahead and put the numbers up. Sportsmanship, not an issue.
Exercise those fingers. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays. An ideal spot here to get a 1st down and try to run some more clock. And this is 2nd and less than a yard. Here's Darnold. On the catch, it's Crowder. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play. And that is going to set up a 3rd and 1.
Come on. 2 times. Everyone's got 4 down. No. Lady.
And he will have a 1st down here at about the 40. 5 yards that time, taking it himself, and he has enough for the 1st.
Partner, I know we're in the era of the mobile quarterback, but there's still an element of surprise when that position keeps the football, and what a nice gain on that play.
Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10. A give to Bell. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Jet 1st down. Starting to become a tough spot for this defense. You're down 4th quarter, looking a little fatigued maybe on that side of the ball.
Partner, we've seen this before, haven't we? Because every coach we've ever talked to says body language is important. And now you're seeing guys with their hands on their hips, they're bent over, hands on their knees. And the offensive guys are just saying, let's just keep running it at them. We've got them now.
Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another 1st down. Starting to look like this drive, it may be the final nail in the coffin.
Well, this is why you work out so hard, right? This is why you spend all that time in the offseason. This is why you have those OTAs and mini camps. For these situations, these scenarios, to run someone into the ground and secure a victory.
Flash those fast feet, but they'll drop him at the 5-yard line as he can't get any closer to the end zone. A solid run on 1st down, gain of 7, leaves him with a 2nd and 3. If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up 2nd down. And they'll try the air now with Darnold. Dancing to his left. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
They may be snapping the ball near the goal line, but all you're thinking defensively, keep them out of the end zone. Force the incompletion, force them into going for 3, and not giving up 6.
They come up with one running back. That's Bell. The Jets on 3rd down. 3 for 7 so far in this game. This time it's 3rd and 3.
Here we go.
He'll get the football here. And he goes backwards on this one. Losing yardage to the 7. Defensively, they rally the troops to force 4th down after that 7-yard pickup back on 1st. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th. Now Darnold. And it's caught. And now this is going to be close. The defense says they stopped him, and they did. The Jets try it, but the fourth down play doesn't work. And that will force a turnover on downs. Winston now, 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Out to the left there and complete to Howard. And he's only able to get it to right around the 3. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9.
At the 3-yard line.
They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Buccaneer football as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Winston, that's caught by Howard. And now nothing but green ahead of him. He's at the 40. Past the 20. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. O.J. Howard, 97 yards. And the Bucs have made this a one-score game. Important extra point up and through. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. Following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or two shy of the 30.
The Jets take over 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
Here we go, son. Mike 20. Watch the pass. Watch the pass. Here we go. Here we go. Hey, watch. Hey, 80. Mike 20. Mike 20. Mike 20. Here we go. Here we go. Shit. Man, 80. Shit.
Now a 1st down carry by Bell. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. Right off the bat, it's a 1st down to start the drive, 12 yards. The Bucs going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the 1st down. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Bell. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 14 yards is the pickup there at a Jet 1st down.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
Levante David in on the tackle. I guess the simple question, why not just take a knee there?
I don't understand either why you would take any sort of a chance. We've seen it happen in the game of football. Doesn't matter whether you've watched high school, college, or the NFL. Some people get a little greedy, try to get that extra running play in, and it can backfire on them.
Tackle made by Justin Evans. The Jets on 3rd down. They've converted 3 times in 8 chances. This is 3rd and 4. So it's a victory here for the New York Jets. And it was a bit of a strange game.
Going big, going big. Everywhere I go, they know the click. Way too many wins, they know the shit. They was hating, know they sick, acting like they know me. Cause I'm going big, going big. Everywhere I go, they know the click. Way too many wins, they know the shit. They was hating, know they sick, acting like they know me. Cause I'm
P-P-P-Love, time to bring the bass bird.